In this video, we are going to practice taking the composition of functions. So let f of x equal x squared plus 4x and g of x equal 2x plus 6. Now we want to find each of the following. First, we want to find f composed with g of x, then g composed with f of x, and lastly f composed with f of x. So first, let's start with f composed with g of x. So we can also write this as f of g of x. So the way this notation works is first we apply x to g, and which is the function on the right, and then we apply it to f. So we know what g of x is. That's 2x plus 6. So this is f of g of x, which is 2x plus 6. Now we want to plug in 2x plus 6 into f of x, which is x squared plus 4x. So this becomes 2x plus 6 squared plus 4 times 2x plus 6. So this is 2x plus 6 times itself. And now we can distribute 4 times 2x, which is 8x, and then 4 times 6, which is 24. So this is 8x plus 24. Now, we also want to factor the 2x plus 6 times itself. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Now we have 2x times 6, 6 times 2x, so these are 12x plus 12x. And then lastly, we have 6 times 6, which is 36. And then we also add on the 8x plus 24. Now we want to add like terms. So we have 4x squared. Now we see we have 12x, 12x, and 8x. So 12 plus 12 is 24, plus 8 is 32x. And now we also see that we have 36 plus 24, which is 60. So now note that we can factor out a 4 from each term. So this becomes 4 times x squared plus 8x plus 15. Now notice we can even factor this more. So we want two numbers that multiply to 15 and add to 8. So 3 times 5 is 15, and 3 plus 5 is 8. So this factors as x plus 5 times x plus 3. And that is f of g of x. Now, let's do the opposite. Let's try g of f of x. So, g of f of x. So, f of x is x squared plus 4x. So we want to do g of x squared plus 4x. Now, g of x is 2x plus 6. So this becomes 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 6. So now 2 times x squared is 2x squared, 2 times 4x is 8x. So this becomes 2x squared plus 8x plus 6. And note that we can factor out a 2 from each term, so this becomes 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 3. And now we can even factor this a bit more. We need two numbers that multiply to 3 and add to 4. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 plus 1 is 4. So we can write this as 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 1. And notice that this is different than f of g of x. Now lastly, we want to determine f composed with f. So f of x. So we have f of x squared plus 4x. And now we want to plug that into x squared plus 4x. So this becomes x squared plus 4x squared plus 4 times x squared plus 4x. So it's a little confusing, but if you're keeping track of the functions you're plugging into each other, it's not so bad. So now we have x squared plus 4x times itself, x squared plus 4x, and we want to distribute this, so this is 4x squared plus 16x. Now we can start factoring this here, so we have x squared times x squared, which is x to the 4th. Now we have x squared times 4x, which is 4x cubed, and we have another 4x times x squared, so plus 4x cubed plus 4x cubed, and now we have 4x times 4x, which is 16x squared. Remember to add on our 4x squared plus 16x. Now we want to add like terms, so we have x to the 4th, and then our degree 3 terms are 4x cubed, so that's 8x cubed. And now we have 16x squared and 4x squared, which gives us 20x squared. And then lastly, we have 16x. And from this, we can factor out an x. And write this as x times x to the 3rd plus 8x squared plus 20x plus 16. And that is our final answer. If this video was helpful, feel free to like and subscribe.